And so it begins our discussion for Spider-Man Brand New Day, but it's going to be spoiler discussion.
Woo! Do not say I did not warn you.
From my previous review, you guys saw how pissed off I was with the scene with Yelena asking or telling Peter Parker to take off his clothes and come into the water. I didn't like that scene at all. That scene was not needed.
That's right.
So the same way you guys showed us that Punisher and Spider-Man already have an ongoing relationship. Spider-Man and the police lady already have an ongoing relationship. It's the exact same way you could have treated Spider-Man and Yelena.
Let me explain.
So for example, they could do stakeouts together. That rooftop scene could have been a cool scene between Spider-Man and Yelena where they were doing a dual takedown or double team takedown, the same way they did in the Spider-Man Insomniac game or the second game with Miles Morales and Spider-Man. You could have easily done the exact same thing, and it saves you from having to put that scene where Yelena, who's not the same age as Peter Parker, is telling him to come into the water. That scene was not, he came here for information.
That's right.
You could have acquired that same information after a stealth takedown with Yelena and Spider-Man. So that scene was not needed. It's not necessary. Meaning if you remove that scene from the movie, the movie still plays through. So that scene wasn't a scene that we needed to see. That was very uncomfortable to watch. Yeah. Because some of you guys, your double standards is like it's pushing the goalpost one side.
You ain't lying.
Now, someone said because of how Marvel has written Yelena's character, it follows how Marvel has written her character. And I said, okay, cool. Let me see if I can do you one better. If you replace Yelena with Paul Rudd's character, because he's funny, right? He's not a serious character. He's not a macho man, Captain America, Winter Soldier, stoic. If you replace Yelena with Ant-Man and you replace Spider-Man with the Hawk Girl, you know what? That's too easy. Not Hawk Girl, Hawkeye's protege or whatever. You replace her with Kamala Khan's character.
What?
Would you feel comfortable if Kamala Khan came into the room asking for Paul Rudd's help? And he's like, oh, you seem stressed. First of all, rule of this room, take off your clothes, come into the water. Even if he said put on a towel or you can wrap it. No. What I'm asking is the scene necessary? So somebody said it makes sense based on how Yelena's character is written in Marvel movies. So she's not necessarily all stoic and serious. She's, she was even saying small potatoes, big potatoes, small, whatever. Cool. Replace her character with Paul Rudd. Mm-hmm. Replace her character with Red Guardian. Replace her character with Red, because he's funny. He's a funny guy too. He's always, I can't wait for Russia, America, whatever. He's that guy. He's not all stoic and serious. I'm always dark and broody. I'm always frowning. He's not that. Is it okay when it's a male telling the female, take off your clothes, come into the water, you seem stressed. I can sense you're tired. I can sense you're a little upset. And if you don't want to replace the Peter Parker with what do you want to call it? With any of the current female characters, because I was going to say Hawkeye's protege, but some of you will say, well, she's over 18, so I don't see anything wrong with that.
What?
How your brains work is fascinating to me. It's amazing how you would bend.
Aha.
That scene was not necessary or important to the movie. You just wanted to show us Tom Holland's ripped body. They did that already when he came out of the cocoon. So if you wanted to show the scene where it's a Hollywood tradition where you show a man with his muscles and he's been going to the gym, he lets oh yeah, it's for the women too, because sometimes this movie is all male or oriented and testosterone. Sometimes you want to show some things for the women. That's Hollywood's rules and regulations and their ritual law that they've been doing for a long time. This ritual, however, sucks.
That's right.
How people are not addressing it is stunning to me. I don't know why I'm the only one who's speaking about this on the end. It's weird because there's another scene where he speaks to Yelena and he's talking to her through a laptop. So I was like, okay, so you couldn't have done this thing the first time?
Does not compute.
When it's a young teenager doing that with a grown woman, that's uncomfortable.
You ain't lying.
So now replace Spider-Man with Spider-Gwen and it's Red Guardian or it's Paul Rudd or it's Peter Quill in the swimming pool. And I wonder how some of you would feel if Captain America did that. If Loki was shape-shifting as Captain America, some of you would be like, yeah, it makes sense because Loki shape-shifting as Captain America. We're talking about, is this appropriate? Yes or no? And some of you guys eat double standards for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and dessert.
Willingly? Yes.
So it's fascinating to me how y'all be shifting gears when you need to. Replace that chick, Yelena, with Red Guardian, because he's a funny character. He's not written to be serious. And he asks a female character who's not the same age as him. Don't try to use in New York, the law is once you're 16, it's okay to have sex. Don't play games, because y'all could be like, oh, what state were they in? Was it New York? Then yeah, in New York we have a law that once you're 16, you're ready and ripe for sex. Don't play games. Be honest, be truthful, always be. Why do you people find it hard to just observe a thing and step out and say, is this necessary? Is it needed? Meaning the movie can't work without the scene.
Come on, son.
Ask questions. What are you people afraid of? Tell the truth, man. Or is your idea of truth warped that you feel this is okay? Nah.
That's right.
All you could have done is have the same scene with a small potato, big potatoes and whatnot, but it's a takedown between Yelena and Spider-Man taking on a gang or a crew or something, or she heard something. Because, listen, you already showed us this relationship between Spider-Man and the police lady. Spider-Man and Punisher was already happening off screen. Same thing with Yelena. He already knows her cool, but her scene did not need to be that way. Replace her with the policewoman. I'm at home, Spider-Man, and if you need my help, before you get my help, you have to enter my swimming pool. And she has children. Is it because she has children so the scene is weirder? If Yelena had children, would that work as well? Would you? Let's say Yelena had children. Would you be okay as well with that scene working? Because some of you are like, oh yeah, that's how she's written in the Marvel movies. If you see the Black Widow movie, she's not necessarily like Natasha, all stoic. If you replace her with Natasha, would Natasha do that? What I'm asking is it appropriate? Again, is it needed? Is it necessary? Is it important? Without this scene, does your movie fall apart? No. Then why the flip is it in your movie?
That boy is good.
Replace her character with some of the male characters you feel are more funny and not necessarily stoic. That's why I said if you wrote Captain America, the Steve Rogers Captain America, not some Earth 512, Earth Backstreet Boys, Earth Will Smith, Earth Kang, Earth Apocalypse, Earth X-Men. It's the current Earth we're on, our current Captain America, the one that wielded Mjolnir. Him, no alternate version, the Captain America we've been following since, that was in the swimming pool, and he asked a young female superhero or vigilante hero, or whatever you want to call her, to take off her clothes before they spoke about little potatoes and big potatoes. Would you agree with that scene, yes or no?
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
My suggestion for the fix is just have them on a rooftop fighting some bad guys, or the inside a gang warehouse, and we get to see some cool takedowns. The Spider-Man Insomniac games have done so well with those double takedowns, showing how Spider-Man swings, how he moves, how he maneuvers, how he takes down his targets. You know, it's beautiful. I was hoping we'd even see more of that in this movie. Like, show me you guys are like, listen, we've seen what we've done with this Spider-Man character. We want to push, we want to keep pushing this character to the limit. We want to take him to a next level. We want to show you what we've learned from our previous movies as well. Mistakes we made, we've learned from them. What worked in the other movies, we're beefing it up in this movie as well. Plus, we've checked out the games, checked out the comics. You could have pulled from the 2 Spider-Man games that Insomniac made to use that as inspiration to show you how Peter Parker moves when he's in the suit, how he's, oh my God, slow-mo scenes to dodge and take down one guy. You could have done that. You could have showcased Spider-Man's fighting abilities, his tag team abilities, working with different people who are not the same, who are not as superpowered as he is. And then we wouldn't have to see a scene where a full-grown woman asks a teenager to step into the water just because she wants him to relax. You don't have to write that scene. The swimming pool scene can work well if he goes, after he unlocks Ned's, mind or whatever, and they're back to being friends. You can show them just chilling at a swimming pool. You can show the tag team takedown scene with Spider-Man and Yelena. Then she says, big potato, little potato. You seem stressed, Spider-Man. You need to relax. There's a spa, so-and-so location. Tell them I sent you. You can go alone or take your friends. If you don't have any friends, you need new friends, but you can go there and unwind. And just like we had the shawarma scene. Is it shawarma? Shawarma scene with Avengers. After all, the hullabaloo is done and you're re-establishing the connection between Spider-Man, Mary Jane, and Ned, you can show them just chilling at the swimming pool. It's like, it's a payoff to that scene, Yelena, and it's kind of like shawarma. Oh, nice. There's nothing wrong. So you want to have the swimming pool, as a scene. This is where Spider-Man is unwinding and relaxing a little bit, and this is where he goes to sometimes. But now maybe he's gone there once because Yelena suggested it after that rooftop scene or warehouse takedown. You can then tack this scene on after, and then you say, after that scene, he took her advice just to relax a little bit. But then again, it wouldn't add to the whole story of when he found out that Mary Jane was dating somebody else. So either way, you could still weave in that swimming pool scene, either on his own or with himself, Ned, and Mary Jane after they've reestablished a connection. Because if you say you're okay and that doesn't really bother you per se, the way that scene occurred, then that's why I said replace Natasha with the policewoman whether or not she has children. Natasha's already told Spider-Man about that spa place. When you need to relax, come there. Let them know I sent you and you get a discount code or you go for free. Cool. There's a way you can make it work. This thing we do is, heroes and whatnot can be stressful. So there's a place I go to sometimes, and, when you're not busy, you're welcome to go there on your own and just relax. Or again, like I said, she might make a joke and say, because you seem so lonely, maybe you can bring a boyfriend or a girlfriend or both or whatever, however way you swing. See what I did there, Spider-Man, you swing. It could be done easily.
You ain't lying.
I don't know why you guys accepted that easily. Right now, you're in the same midst of the situation. People are online saying they still haven't released the names of the files. They haven't arrested this person. You get a scene that is similar to that files thing. You people are screaming about on the internet, and you thumbs up that scene. You all laughed. That scene was putrid.
Damn.
It took me out completely. I was like, what? This doesn't make sense. Initially, I was saying maybe Spider-Man goes to help Yelena because she needs help. But I thought, well, that makes it look incompetent per se, or incapable. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe you show Spider-Man going to the warehouse and she's like, oh, you're late. He's like, yeah, I had to deal with this thing, but I needed help, by the way. Wait. This is your scene where you can also showcase Spider-Man's agility, skills, new gadgets, web grenade, stunning thing, or web that, just like the game itself, where you get to see different tools and gadgets that Peter Parker has constructed. You get to show more. Then we get to see what Spider-Man can do on his own and with another person. And I feel we were robbed out of seeing Spider-Man and Punisher tag team takedown. On Hulk was cool, but I want to do a separate video for that one. But I mean with because the whole montage thing was weak and dull. I was a cop-out. But like I said, replace that swimming pool scene with Spider-Man and Yelena taking down some gang members.
What?
Gang team or whatever on a rooftop or in a warehouse. And we don't need to see someone saying, take off your clothes. It's not needed. Yeah. It's not necessary. Don't tell me, oh, it's on par with how the character's written. Visually, is that correct? Is that a proper thing to do?
That's a good question.
Out here fighting truth and logic. So we are done with the first spoiler talk video regards to Spider-Man Brand New Day. And then we have the Hulk conversation coming up next. Then we have the Jean conversation coming up next. So I want to split the videos so that way it's not too long for you guys, attention span or whatever. That's what YouTube tells me anyway. Attention span is too short. So if you have an hour-long video, people are going to fall asleep. I thought, you know what? I'll just do it like this and then talk about the different parts of the movie I don't like. Spoiler talk anyway. And it's easier that way for me to edit and for you guys to digest.
Nice.
I'm not saying you guys have short attention spans. It's just how the algorithm or the algorithms work on this platform. As soon as I upload a video that I feel, I want to talk at length about something, I don't like to be monitoring myself on time. Oh, it's 30 minutes long. Oh, 40 minutes long. I want to be able to talk and express myself thoroughly and properly. But I don't mind doing this with regards to the Spider-Man Brand New Day movie, having different video segments, a spoiler video segments talking about the things that I like and don't like. But this Yelena scene really, really irritated me.
No shit.
Anyways, I've of course been your one and only multi-potentialite, neurodivergent host,
The Cosmic Jedi signing out. Thank you for watching.